Alright, this is Coach Sigler, and this is Owen, and we're going to do Chapter 1 Government Essay Review right now. Number 1, what was John Locke's theory, and what does it have to do with American government? Alright, that's a two-part question. First part was, what was John Locke's theory? Before I talk about John Locke's theory, I want to talk about Thomas Hobbes' theory. And Thomas Hobbes' theory was that you give up some, it was a social contract, you give up some of your rights to the government, and the government agrees to protect you. Now, with that said, there is no stipulation in there for if the government becomes bad or evil or corrupt or overbearing. What Locke's theory was, he said people are endowed to natural rights of life, liberty, and property. And he also said, in expanding on Thomas Hobbes' social contract, he said that if the government is bad, then the people have the right to overthrow that government. Right? Now, in 1688 in England, the Parliament overthrew and voted out King James II. And the reason they did that was because he was becoming overbearing. And so Locke said this was totally okay, based on his theory that people should be able to get the government out and start a new government if they're overbearing or anything like that. Now, what does it have to do with American government? In American government, in the colonies, you had Britain that was becoming overbearing. And so Locke, according to Locke's writings, the colonists decided to break away from England. And when they broke away from England, they used Locke's theory and said, Locke said that we can break away, or Locke said that people can break away from an oppressive government, and that's what they did. So Locke's theory justified American colonies breaking away from Great Britain. The second question, why is free enterprise important to the United States form of government? Free enterprise is very important to the United States form of government. First of all, in free enterprise, most free enterprise economies, you have democracy. Okay, and democracy is the root of free enterprise, and basically what you have in democracy and in free enterprise, you have choice. People have choices. They have choices when it comes to their economic lives. They have choices when it comes to their political lives. And when you think about this, free enterprise is proven to create the most wealth when it comes to certain governments and like that. And think about this too. In free enterprise, you have economic choice. Well, with that comes political choice. They go hand in hand. You have economic freedom. You have political freedom. All right. And countries that are able to generate wealth, like the free enterprise is, countries that are able to have stable economies, they're not going to have as much political turmoil. If you're poor, and you're going to be more worried about feeding your family than you are voting. And when you have that economic stability, you're going to do that. Okay? You're going to go vote. You're going to exercise your political voice. All right. Now, the third question: what's the difference between a unitary government and a federal government? And 3 examples of each. Unitary system of government, all key powers are held by the national government or the central government. The central government or the national government can create states or provinces, but the central government's in total control. Some examples of this: Great Britain, Italy, France. On the other side, federal system is where power is shared between the state, the federal, the unitary. In a federal system, power is shared between the national government and states. It can be provinces or territories, but the difference between that in the unitary is those states can govern themselves with sovereignty. All right, the federal government's still in control, but they can govern themselves as well. Examples of this, obviously, United States. You can even go Mexico, Australia, Canada, Switzerland, states like that. And the last one: what are the 2 concepts that laid the foundation for the market system that is the heart of capitalism? All right. Basically, this is saying, what's the 2 fundamental ideas behind capitalism? And we talked about these in class, and we like to call these man at work and money at work. And what that means is, this ball. What that means is man at work. A person goes to a job. They work a job. They are paid wages. Okay. The employer gives them a job and pays them money with the wages that they receive. They go buy products, they buy goods, they buy services. And when you do that, you're making it. That's man at work, actually working for money. You're working for economic gain. Okay. Secondly, the idea is money at work, which means what you do is your excess money that you have left over after you buy your necessities, you invest it. You can, stocks, you can go bonds, you can go mutual funds, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. But the idea is use that wealth aggressively, and that money will make you money. If you loan that money to a business or somebody, and they use that money to make more money, and then they pay you on top of that. So when you invest that wealth, your money works for you. You're not actually doing the physical labor that you would be doing as a man at work. So the two ideas behind that man at work, money at work, and make sure you explain those and what they mean. All right. 4, Chapter 1, Government Essays. This is Coach Sigler, and this is Owen, and we are gone.